Rumble, Kick, and Twitch, right? And Facebook Live, right? On my Facebook page, all the links are, well, most of them should be in the description box. In other platforms, you just type in JayeDeBlack, you'll find me. Oh, we here today to talk about this. I saw this article very randomly. No, I think I might have checked in on her. Maybe I checked in on the story. Do y'all remember this prison officer that was getting you know what I'm saying? That was she was getting it in with the inmate. We're gonna get into that now. The two people on the screen, one is the female officer, the other one is the inmate. The inmate she was getting it in with. They've identified him. So salute to everybody that's here. Let's see who's here. Slim South, Kevin, Brooklyn, Lewis, Accountant Tom, London Boy, Kevin and Sales. What's good? Make sure y'all like the stream. If you haven't, yes, indeed. We're going to get into Linda D'Souza. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Let's see. This woman who got a job just so she can be near the inmates. Yeah, Linda D'Souza Abreu. Just ruined her reputation, her career, just so she can get with this inmate. What's good, G. Marie Rochester? What's good, Darlene? And we got some other topics as well. You know, we got some other. But shout out to y'all for being here. Riderwise, what's good? There's a lot going on, man. There's a lot going on. I was originally going to do a live stream about Myron Gaines, but he wasn't worth it. And I was going to point out the hypocrisy. You know, he's on, they found videos of him chimping out over someone calling him a name. And there was also a video of him trying to fight a guy on a bicycle. Why is it the guys that point the finger the most and talk the most crap are the guys who usually are the main ones to try to start some sort of fight? They tell you to behave and do these things, but they don't do that. Everybody has a trigger. Everybody, right? So, yeah, we have more female teachers getting arrested for messing around with kids. No, these heifers are becoming very perverted. These women are literally getting jobs just so they can hook up with these young men at these schools. And this stuff is probably going on regularly. And you want to know why? Because nobody wants to hold these heifers accountable. You see, they want to blame men for everything. Right? See, it's up to men to watch themselves and behave themselves and show discipline, which they should, by the way. But with these women, you know, you raise your voice at them and they ready to call you a woman hater, right? But this is where we are in 2026. Where you have these female perverts getting jobs at school just so they can get around children. This is where we are. We have a lot of perverted women out here who are getting away. Well, not getting away because they're getting caught, right? So, hold on. Can y'all hear me in the chat? Let me know if y'all can hear me in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me in the chat. Let's see. Switch over to here. Is there any type of delay? Let's see. Is there any type of delay? Okay, y'all hear me good. Okay. Well, like I said, hold on a second. Hold on. Where is it at? Again, if you haven't already, Make sure that y'all follow me in all my social media platforms, X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Also, you can email me topics. This is very important. I need y'all to really listen to me. If you send me something on Facebook, I'm probably not going to see it. The best place, the number one place you should send me topics is through email. All right. Then X and then Instagram. Because if I'm getting all these notifications of people sending me stuff is going to get missed. Right. So that's very important. Also, you can keep up whenever I go live. So you don't miss when I go live. I make sure that I post something to let people know that I'm live. Right. Yes, it was recorded. I did a live stream on this when this happened. I'm trying to see exactly when this story with Linda D'Souza first happened. Let's see. It was over a year ago, right? When Linda D'Souza decided that she wanted to get with this guy, and yes, it was recorded. People thought it was some sort of OnlyFans stunt, and it might have been that might have been a stunt that went wrong because they recorded it. Let's see. Now let me get the article up. What's good, D name and handle? So tell everybody this here. Let me see if I get this up. But that's her. And that's got my first gift by First Op. Salute to First Op for the first gift. I appreciate it. Listen, the gift thing is still kind of new on YouTube. So listen, if you want to send gifts, definitely send gifts in the chat. But let's talk about Linda D'Souza. This woman right here is just like the women who are going to these schools and hooking up with these young men, these young boys. Because how do you, as women who know right from wrong, you get a job at a prison, you're told right from wrong, you're trained on how to understand the law and right from wrong, and you still hook up with inmates. Just like you have these women who are hooking up with these young boys. And that's what Linda D'Souza did. She hooked up with that gentleman up there on the screen. First Op sent a star. Salute to First Op again for sending a star. He sent a silver star, 2 jewels. Okay. Shout out to. So Linda, just like the women that's getting caught in these schools, they don't think the rules apply to them. They don't. And what happens is they end up getting caught eventually. Again, make sure y'all like the stream as well. Because you cannot be having relations with an inmate and thinking people are not going to find out. People are definitely going to find out. Get this on the screen. So she does an interview. This woman was a married mother over in the UK, and she was filmed in a Southwest London prison back in 2024. Married. So some man got on one knee and married her. Apparently, they may have had an open relationship. But does that make it any better? Now she regrets because she was jailed for 15 months. So this whole hookup with this inmate cost her 15 months of her life. Now, I don't know if she's still married or not. We're going to get into it. But the one thing this heifer could have did was not engage. I mean, all the men who are out there free in the world, that's because she went in there with an agenda. She went in there with an agenda. Just like the women who go to these schools, get these jobs at schools just to be around these young boys. They have an agenda. I know it's sick, but that's what's going on out here, people. We see a new story every day of some woman getting caught with a teenage boy. They get these jobs because they have an agenda. These are the new perverts. And Apparently, she might have been sneaking in contraband and other things. Like, what makes a woman get a job at a prison and then want to hook up with the inmates? It's because this is who they like. They're turned on by these men. You got female police officers who end up dating drug dealers or gangbangers, right? That's what they're into. They get into police work just so they can be around these types of men and energy. It's not like they're out here trying to help the community. They're trying to be in proximity to the men that they like. So let's get into this article from the Daily Star. An infamous former female prison guard has finally explained exactly what happened in an inmate cell, as she is incredibly embarrassed and regrets everything she did. Of course she does. You get a 15-month sentence, of course you're going to regret it. You know, you're married, you're a mother, you know, you're a struggling OnlyFans model or Instagram model. You know, you're on a reality television show. Linda D'Souza Abreu, who's 32, claimed HMP Wadsworth was very understaffed and hard to manage when she romped with Lag Linton. That's the guy that y'all saw on the photo at the beginning of the stream. He claimed, okay, got a gold coin. First out with a gold coin times 10 jewels. Salute, sending that gold coin. She said that he claimed he was one of a number of screws who, first op sent a star. Is that a star you sent? He said sparkles. Okay, he said sparkles. Shout out to you. All right, let me go back over it. He claimed she was one of a number of screws who smuggled Nando's, drugs, and phones for jailbirds. Of course, you know, these female prison guards are very susceptible to being manipulated by these guys. But it doesn't take much. I don't think it takes much. These women are groupies. These are the type of women to go visit men in jail they really don't know, right? These are the type of women to send mail or to send things to them, right? Pictures of themselves. Married mom of one, D'Souza Abreu, who shared an adult content account, which is OnlyFans, with her husband, denied taking in food for him and his friends, but admitted everyone's doing something. She said that she regretted everything she did. She's incredibly embarrassed. Well, I mean, of course you're embarrassed now. I mean, you got a job at this prison. You were already doing OF content. Was the video for the OF content? Because I'm telling you right now, as soon as you put it on there, people were going to share that video out and they were going to find out who you were and where this happened at. Rules apply to you. These women don't think that the rules apply to them. And you wonder why these heifers are single. They're single because they don't understand that when you have jobs like this, you have a lot of responsibility. But these women allow themselves to be used. She's claiming she didn't smuggle anything. I don't believe that. And this dude apparently had a number of females who worked in the jails who were getting them things, right? Now the guy, what's his name? Lag Linton, who was serving 4 years, 9 months for burglary, claimed he added D'Souza on Snapchat and the pair had relations a few times before they recorded the tryst in 2024. I believe that as well. And by the way, they got Snapchat in jail. You know what's crazy? Jail ain't what it used to be. Like, I remember seeing the photo of this guy that was locked up. He had a whole pizza in there. He had a whole delivered pizza in there. And another guy was showing off all the drinks and sodas and stuff in his cell. I think I seen one when they had a whole video game system. These people got social media accounts. Prison ain't what it used to. Now, some of these prisons are now this is in the UK, but in the US, I mean, these guys have all their stuff that, in their cells for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I seen a dude put up a YouTube video from his jail cell. It was a LA dude. I think he's one of those no jumper cats, right? This dude put up did like 2 videos in his jail cell. I mean, and put it on YouTube. And he has a whole channel where he's putting all these videos on his YouTube. It's crazy. De Souza Abreu claimed that the prison had been very understaffed and hard to manage and told the Sun, listen, the police had her phone for over a year. Everything that she was charged for was for what she was guilty for, which was an inappropriate relationship with Linton. That was her fault, and that's what she went guilty for, and that's as far as it went. Well, you got to look at the embarrassment, too. There was some embarrassment there as well. She said that she had relations with someone that she shouldn't have had relations with, and she had an inappropriate relationship but didn't do anything else. The viral B-Wing romp was recorded by a joint smoking inmate called Sharky, who was heard saying, "This is how we live at Wadsworth Gangsters Online." De Souza Abreu, originally from Brazil, resigned after the tape emerged. She admitted misconduct in a public office on July 29th of 2024 and received 15 months jail sentence on January 6th of last year. She served 5 months at HMP Bronzeville, Surrey, before she was released with a tag on. Of course, they're not going to do the whole sentence. They never do the whole sentence, right? Let's see. Speaking about her life after jail, she said, "I've just been keeping a low-key life. I just want to get on with my life. I want to keep being a good mom to my child." Now, Linton, who's 38, who had served 4 stretches inside since 2003, said the system has changed and jail discipline has declined while staff corruption has spiraled. He said a lot of the staff are corrupt and make more money from bringing stuff in than they earn in salaries. The personal trainer said conditions there were inhumane with lag cell for up to 23 hours a day. He added, any attention when you are in that situation is welcome, and that's what Linda gave me. She used to bring in Nando's and Chinese meals for inmates. At the time, Linton's partner, Emily Jux, was pregnant with their son, now 19 months old. Amelia, gave birth to their son in September 2024. Weeks later, he was attacked in a visiting room by another lag as he held his baby. He said, when I woke up, my partner was saying someone hit you. It's 100% linked to the Wadsworth video. Either someone asked him to do it or it was because I was in the limelight. I mean, that's going to happen when you're in jail. You know, you're going to have people who's going to try to come at you because, you know, they're looking at what you're doing and they thinking that, oh, you know, this dude must be got say-so around the jails, you know? So it's like, I guess, you know, trying to make a name for themselves, you know, while they're locked up. Listen, the stories of women getting these jobs in these jails is for them to get around these guys. Salute to First Op again. He gifted Chili 6 jewels. So salute First Op. So now First Op is supporting. Okay. He's been supporting the stream. Salute to him. But these women are getting these jobs at these jails. And it's like, they're going and finally being around the type of men they've always wanted to be around. And they fold instantly. It doesn't even take much of a budge. And these dudes in jail are slick talkers. That's why they're in jail. Because they're out here in these streets. And, you got to have a mouthpiece to be able to move out here, to be able to maneuver. You have to. So she's claiming that she's getting her life on track. Now, that's Linton right there. And that's her there. I mean, I don't know if he's free. I don't know if he's in jail yet, still in jail or whatnot, but these women are never sorry. They're just sorry they got caught. She's sorry she got caught and went to jail over this. She only spent like 5 months of the 15-month sentence, but they felt like she got punished for what she did. But the crazy thing is more women are going to do that. More women are going to be smuggling in contraband while having relations with these guys, while having a husband and children at home. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Salute to everybody that's here. Hold on a second. Make sure y'all like the stream. Give me a second here. Let's see. I have some more topics. Y'all want to hear some more of these topics that I have? Well, maybe one other one. Let's talk about this female judge. Real quick. Talk about no accountability. Salute to everybody that's here. Judge who sentenced Todd Chrisley remanded over loud courtroom sex. Y'all, this middle-aged judge was in her chambers getting knocked down by a police chief. Let me see if I can get a picture of him up here. They have absolutely no shame. This woman is married, by the way. And I'm going to talk about all of the women who are celebrating this. That is her. That is Judge Eleanor Ross. And that is the Deputy Chief Kelly Collier, who might be married himself, right? This is absolutely insane. Hold on a second. And there are women celebrating this. There are women out here who are, they're celebrating as if it's a good thing that this woman is cheating on her husband. You see how cheating is one-sided? You see, if a man cheats, he's the worst thing ever. If a woman cheats, it's because that man did something to force her to cheat. Hold on a second, y'all. It's always the men who have to be held accountable for the cheating. Women can skate, and that's what happened with this judge. A lot of women are celebrating her as if, they think that this is funny, that a sitting judge is having loud relations in her chambers. But let it be a male judge, these women would want him destroyed. They'd want him fired, right? They'll talk about how, his wife needs to leave him. But with this woman here, they're celebrating. They think it's funny. See, when women cheat, it's funny. But when a man cheats, he's the worst thing ever, right? A federal judge who presided over one of reality television's most high-profile criminal cases is facing intense scrutiny after a judicial investigators concluded that she engaged in a years-long affair with a senior Atlanta police official, including encounters inside her courtroom chambers during work hours. Now, this is during work hours. I guess this is how your wife can keep from being found out to be cheating, right? If she does this during work hours, the husband's not going to think, oh, she's not having relations with nobody during her work hours in her chambers. But you'd be surprised. I think this goes on at a lot of different places. But she got caught because the heifer was in there having loud whatever going on in them chambers. U.S. District Judge Eleanor L. Ross of the Northern District of Georgia was privately reprimanded after a special judicial conduct committee investigated allegations involving her relationship with Atlanta Police Department Deputy Chief Kelly Collier. The findings, which were recently made public, have sparked criticism, judicial accountability, and a renewed attention to Ross' handling of high-profile cases, including the prosecution of Todd and Julie Chrisley. According to the committee's findings, Ross carried on an extramarital relationship with Collier from approximately October 2023 to October 2025.
Gotta pay you for your great and diverse reporting, Jay. Appreciate the WNBA report on Carrie and Jamel.
Salute.
Keep up the good REAL reporting, M.
Thank you, Ramir. Thank you for that. I appreciate the support, bro. And yeah, man, salute to you, man. Yeah. If you haven't, make sure y'all check out the video I did today about Carrie Champion. It's on my Basic Social Politics channel. I had to get at her for what she had to say. But thank you, Ramir, man. Thanks for the support, bro. So she carried on this affair for 2 years straight. This is a sitting judge. Now, if you want to have an affair, affairs happen, right? But when you do it in your chambers during work hours, it lets me know you have absolutely no respect. No respect for your job, the position that you're in. She has no respect for the position that she's in. What's good, XL Pro? Salute to everybody that's here. Investigators determined that some of the encounters occurred inside Ross courthouse chambers during business hours, often during lunch breaks. Law clerks reported hearing kissing sounds, moaning, and other intimate activity through the office door, while others observed Collier entering Ross chambers on multiple occasions. The committee concluded that Ross exercised a gross lack of judgment, you think, and created an uncontrollable workplace environment for court staff. The findings also raised concerns about the potential conflicts of interest because Collier served in a senior law enforcement role with Ross presiding over criminal cases in federal court. The investigation found that Ross initially denied the relationship, so she lied. When questioned by investigators, the report also noted that she accused a whistleblower law clerk of misconduct before later acknowledging key facts uncovered during the inquiry. So this heifer was lying and pointing fingers. Investigators further examined Ross's attendance at a bipartisan political event, another issue that raised ethical concerns under judicial conduct rules. Bloomberg, which first publicly identified Ross and Collier, reported that investigators believed the secret relationship could have made the judge vulnerable to extortion because of the potential consequences if it became public. The revelations have prompted questions about how federal judges are disciplined and whether existing safeguards are sufficient when conduct occurs within the judiciary itself. These are two people in positions that I think they lack judgment. I mean, if somebody's young, you can say, okay, they're naive, right? You know, the people say young people are naive, right? But what about these two middle-aged motherfuckers, right? You got two middle-aged motherfuckers who are sitting up here going into her chambers and having loud relations where everybody can hear them. Maybe she don't think people can hear her, but they can. And nobody wants to hear that every day. Nobody want to hear you when they bumping and grinding in your office every day. She probably was doing this every day. They got sick and tired of hearing that. So yeah, they were going to say something. And you're a married woman. I thought that matters, right? But you have a lot of these heifers celebrating as if she won something. But y'all expect me to be outraged when a man cheats? Like y'all are? These women are cheating just as much. Despite the findings, Ross has not been removed from office. Federal judges receive lifetime appointments under the Constitution, and removal typically requires impeachment by Congress. That's crazy. So she knows she can get away with it because she's a federal judge. That's why she's doing this, because she's like, well, they can't fire me. That's their logic. That's their logic. That's why she had no problem doing this. Instead, the Judicial Council issued Ross a private reprimand, required her to write apology letters to affected law clerks, and barred her from certain leadership opportunities, including serving as a chief judge. The relatively light punishment has generated criticism from legal observers who argued that the disciplinary measures do not reflect the seriousness of the conduct described in the investigation. Ross was appointed to the federal bench in 2014 by former President Barack Obama after serving as a prosecutor in Georgia. Okay, so that just goes over certain things. Hold on a second. I'm going to go to this news report. Hold on. Let's see. I'm going to go to this news report where they talk about it as well.
Federal judge and a high-ranking Atlanta police official are at the center of explosive allegations.
It involves sexual encounters inside the judge's chambers during work hours. Tonight, Channel 2 investigative reporter Ashley Lincoln breaks down the judicial order. And Ashley, federal judges discovered this activity went on for years.
Yeah, according to this 20-page order from the chief judge over the 11th district. Now, the report does not name the judge, but for the last 2 days, I've been speaking with sources and going through public records to identify the accused after federal employees complained about hearing intimate noises through the walls.
These are serious allegations.
They're allegations of sexual encounters during work hours that a federal judge admitted to, according to this newly released judicial order. The report details an investigation launched after a complaint was filed against a federal judge last September.
I don't think judges are perfect. They're human beings, too.
Former federal prosecutor Doug Gilfillan says federal laws allow judges' identities to remain undisclosed in reports like these to protect the integrity of investigations.
However, the law requires an order like this one to be made public if there's an imposition of discipline.
The report claims the judge had sex on at least 5 occasions over a 2-year period inside her chambers with a high-ranking police officer.
At least, she should have had none. But she thinks she could do whatever she wants to because she really can't be removed, right? So she just feels like she could just do whatever. Yeah, banging in the chambers. Banging in the chambers. And listen, law enforcement should be held to a higher standard. If celebrities are held to a higher standard, law enforcement need to be held to a higher standard. Not because they make a whole bunch of more money. It's because you are a public official and it's your job to judge people. You judge people. You send people to jail. So you should be held to a higher standard. Why are we not supposed to hold these public officials to a higher standard? Everybody else has to be held to a higher standard. Why not them?
Employees interviewed during the investigation described multiple incidents where they allegedly heard people having sex through the walls. One court clerk testified to hearing what was described
unsettling
as
noises,
kissing, and music coming from the judge's chambers.
Why should the everyday person care about these allegations?
The American legal system depends on honesty and truthfulness.
This investigative report did not identify the judge or the officer, but multiple sources confirmed to Channel 2 that federal judge Eleanor Ross and Atlanta Police Deputy Chief Kelly Collier were the 2 accused. In the complaint, the judge's employee said she attended a primary election victory party for a district attorney on May 21st, 2024. A source provided Channel 2 this photo showing Ross at that party. The order also says the judge presided over a hearing the following following day. Channel 2 obtained federal court records showing Ross presided over a supervised release hearing on May 22, 2024. And regarding the officer, the chief judge wrote the officer has worked for the PD since 1998, later adding that the officer has held this role since 2025. Atlanta police records show Collier joined the department in 1998, and his LinkedIn profile reflected a promotion in 2025. That LinkedIn page has since been taken down. I reached out to Ross.
Well, that's not suspicious. LinkedIn will get you every single time.
But a representative responded with no comment. The chief judge has already issued Ross a private reprimand, and she agreed to write apology letters to her employees. She was also reprimanded for attending a political event, as federal judges are prohibited from participating in political.
Again, this shows her judgment. This shows that she does not respect. She does not respect what her job is. She feels like she could just do whatever she wants. This is why these public officials need to be held accountable. I don't know why they don't think they should be held accountable, but they absolutely should. Absolutely.
Activities. The chief judge said harsher discipline was not imposed because of the judge's exemplary service to the court, along with the fact the judge ended the relationship and accepted responsibility.
In some ways, this is a self-inflicted wound, and it just shows further distrust in the system by the public, and that's just not something that we need right now.
In Atlanta,
well, I think that ship has sailed because, we've seen stories of judges, police officers who think that they're above the law. And this is an instance of it, right? This woman sends people to prison. She judges people's lives. She judges people's behaviors. But nobody can judge hers and her judgment.
Police provided a statement this afternoon saying it launched an investigation to determine if the person mentioned in the federal report is an Atlanta police officer. Now, we've attempted to reach out to Collier and have not heard back. Reporting live in the newsroom, Ashley Lincoln, Channel.
Yeah, well, of course they're not. Of course the police going to drag their feet. They're dragging their feet because they know who he is. All those officers know what's going on. But they don't want to, like always, they don't want to hold these officers accountable, and that's why people don't trust them. That's why people don't trust the police. People think no snitching is about protecting drug dealers and gang, but no, it's because they don't trust you. So why should they tell you anything? So that's what I have to say about, what's going on with this heifer. Salute to everybody that's here. We talked earlier about Linda D'Souza. Let's see. Do we have anything else? Let's see. Y'all give me a second. I'm trying to make sure. All right. Hold on, y'all. I'm looking through messages right now. Hold on. Looking through my message right now. Hold on. Oh yeah, let's talk about Cheyenne Bryant. Hold on. Let me find that video. Cheyenne Bryant and Torrey. Now, Torrey is not somebody that I particularly care too much about as far as what he has to say. And this chick Cheyenne Bryant is out here thirst trapping. Hold on. Is this it right here? Somebody recorded it.
You carry at the.
Okay, here we go. Okay. It's Cheyenne Bryant out here thirst trapping. Y'all tell me in the chat room what y'all think about Cheyenne Bryant. This woman is in her early 40s. She doesn't have a man, but she, you know, she doesn't have a doctorate, but you know, she is wanting to be seen as a therapist, then not so a therapist. But she got into it with Touré. Again, I really don't have much respect for Touré like that. You know what I'm saying? What's good, Charm? Jason Grady was good. Immortal Beast, Mr. Hill. Make sure y'all like the stream. Now, let's get into Cheyenne Bryant. Apparently, she got into it with Touré. And she proceeded to, you know, call him out of his name, you know, call him feminine. Y'all, and this is you know, she was, you know, going at his manhood, basically trying to call him gay, right? Charm sent me a star for 2 jewels. Salute to Charm for sending me a star. Shout out to you. It's funny how a woman who dates women is basically trying to call Touré gay. So let's get into this video clip here.
Only externally, but internally, what they do carry at the nucleus of who they are is discipline and boundaries.
If gentle parenting creates gentle children, sign me up. I definitely want to create more gentle adults, especially men. Hold on, everybody, especially men.
You are
My God, are you kidding?
very
Look, this is why I tell y'all I really don't have much respect for Touré. He's talking about we need more gentle men or more nice men. This is a complete male feminist and a goofy, right? That's why Cheyenne Bryant went at him, because she don't respect him. She thinks he's weak, right? And let me tell you men something. When you come at a woman and they know you're weak, they're going to disrespect you. Women will disrespect a weak man very quickly, all right?
Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. That's what we need in the world is more gentle men who understand.
You're very gentle, and it comes at an angle that doesn't always work for people.
Let's just stop and go back.
Is this who you want to get your life coaching from?
Because I'm wrapping the show and you're interrupting me.
First of all,
this is what we spent a whole meeting on this.
First of all, Touré,
why don't you let me wrap the show? I'm ending the show. What is the point of interrupting me? We're getting out of here. Like, what is the point? What is the point? It says go to host wrap-up.
When you're talking to me, lower your fucking voice.
Hold up. Oh, salute to, what is it, J3 again? J3 again. Salute to you. For the LOLs, he sent 440 jewels. Salute for those jewels. He sent the LOLs. Shout out to you, J3. Do y'all see how she talked to this man? No respect. Now, I guess a content creator was reacting to this. I guess his name is True Talks. I think this is original video. But someone recorded it and it kind of went semi-viral on X, so that's why I'm reacting to it. But y'all see how she disrespects Touré. Touré, this is where all that male feminist shit gets you. Gets you disrespect. This woman hasn't disrespected any of the men who pressed her. She's been pressed before, bro, and she's never disrespected him, Touré. She's disrespecting you because she has no respect for you. She sees that you're weak. That's why she's going at you like this.
What the fuck?
Because you're asking very, very gentle, very soft, and very feminine. And this is the problem. Touré, you talk to me like that. You don't talk to me like that. I am not your wife. You don't talk to me like that. I'm not your wife, gentle. I'm not your wife, softy. Don't talk to me like that. You talk to your wife like that.
Touré. Yo, Touré, come on, man. She don't respect you at all. That's how she come. Listen, she's been in interviews with different men. She's been pressed. Now, maybe she's under pressure, which is why she's doing this. Y'all see this? Y'all see this? You know what I'm saying? She doing this because she knows she wants to go to her base, which is men. Men are her base. And this is her appealing to them, right? Still ain't got no man though, right? But this is what she doing out here. You know, even though she's basically calling him gay. Yo, man, these women do not respect you, Torae, and she don't.
Torae, talk to your wife like that. Do not talk to me like that. That is not how you That is not how you professionally approach me. Don't fucking talk to me like that. Check.
Frank and Ariva, I apologize.
Check your.
Somebody sent me executive producer. I guess that's the show's executive producer.
So if you don't talk to me like that.
Hold on,
Doc.
Doc.
Like that.
Doc, hold on.
Shut the fuck up talking to me like that. That's what you do. That's what you do.
Man. Damn.
You better tap into your gentleness and real quick.
Oh, man. Torae going out like a sucker. Going out like a Why did she mute Torae? I think he might have muted himself. Because she's like, the lady who's a producer is asking him, hey, you know, man, listen, this is what all that male feminism, you know, attacking masculinity in men, this is what gets you. This is where it gets you, Torae. Disrespected. They don't respect men like you. They use men like you, but as soon as you get out of line, Torae, they're going to check you because they don't respect you. She's never gotten out of pocket with any of the men that have interviewed her, Torae, but she got out of pocket with you because she don't respect you. Let her just completely shut them down. Come on, man.
I've been ready. Been ready.
Ariva, Frank, you guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah. You ready to wrap this up?
Yes, as I was doing.
And then we'll speak off camera. Here we go.
We always ask, when should a parent be held responsible for their children's behavior, whether it's at school, tantrum in Walmart, whatever. Turning a child. Continue to see us live where you can catch us every night at 8 p.m. EST and Cash App that you can choose from.
Life works.
Oh, man. Torae went like a... I know he has a response video. We're going to get into this, but I just want to talk about, yeah, this was a crash out. This was definitely a crash out, but it was like she checked him, man. Like, you allow this woman to check you to your face and you go do a response video afterwards? Oh, no. But see, this is what happens when you are trying to be a part of the sisterhood. You're trying to be that man that has a wife or whatever. He loves women. He speaks up for women, defends them, right? Calls out toxic masculinity. This is where it gets you. It gets you in a situation where when a woman is going at you, you can't do nothing but freeze up. Now, again, people say you got to be respectful, but you can respectfully mute her. Don't let her just go off like this. That's what you can do. But that's not what Torae did, because Torae did not want to piss off women. But Torae, you still went out like a sucker. You did. You let this woman get upset, get in her feel, you know. When they see you, Torae, they see a very weak man. But you know what she did after this, family? She went and did this. She went and did this. She went and did this. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She went to thirst trapping. That's what women do. They'll do some crazy stuff. They'll talk crazy and then they'll go thirst trap. That's what women do. That's like their playbook. She would. Oh, definitely, Charm. She would not talk to me like that because I would not allow her to. Okay? You are not going to go off like that. We're going to have a conversation. But she knows who to talk to like that and who not to talk to like that. All right, let me go find Torae's response. Hold on. Let me find Torae's response. But like, why would you wait to go on go on your channel? And because I've seen people go at each other on TV. Okay, I think this is response. Now, Torre, don't flag me. Let's see. Now, this is Torre's response. All right. Let's see what Torre has to say.
Talking at once, the audience can't hear either of them, and it's terrible TV. We've talked about this 100 times, but she won't stop.
Hold on, guys.
For a second time, I'm telling her again, hold on, please stop talking. I'm the host, and I'm not relenting. That means you must stop talking. Let me do my job.
The producer woman probably did mute him, but I think that's his show too. I think he's like a lead on that show, unless he was a guest. Like, I don't know. I mean, he is. Y'all let me know in the comment section. Is Torre, is that his show, True Talks, or was he a guest? Because if he was a guest, then he definitely got muted. That's why he needs it. Okay, then do a one-on-one with her then. On your platform. Let's see,
I've got to be able to do my job as far as shaping the conversation for maximum impact and holding us on time. When you interrupt me, you're making it impossible for me to do my job.
Hold on, guys. That's what we need in the world is more gentle men who understand.
You're very gentle. And it comes
but even though she has nothing to say, she is dying to interrupt me.
Hold on, guys. That's what we need. And
she's attacking me now. You're very gentle. She intends it to seem emasculating. She's basically saying, you're gay. I can hear her talking a lot while I'm talking.
Right. Big JL says he's one of the co-hosts along with Cheyenne. Okay. Yeah, she basically was calling you gay, Torre. And by the way, this is a woman who's basically a lesbian. Cheyenne Bryan is a lesbian who dates women, apparently. And she's calling you gay. Like, then that's why she got here thirst trap, because it's a hypocrisy. You know what I'm
saying? And by now I know we've talked at the same time for a while. This is bad TV. She's like a barrier preventing me from doing my job. And because we had talked about that specific issue all season long, I got upset.
Let's just stop and go back. Because I'm wrapping the show and you're interrupting me.
First of all,
this is what we spent a whole meeting on this.
We spent a whole meeting on this because we had spent a whole meeting with the producer to explain again this one issue. Don't interrupt him when he's wrapping the show. When he's doing any of the traffic cop business of hosting the show, as in moving us from one segment to the next or ending the show. I have to be able to do those things without her breaking in.
What's good, Ernest? What's good, Chaos Guy? She ain't tell one lie. Torre fruity. Listen, I've been seeing the vibes for a while, and you could tell a lot about a man, not only by his mannerism, things he says, things, how he says things, but the things he talks about and his belief system, right? The belief system of a man tells you a lot about them. Right.
To say nothing.
Oh, Torre, first of all, Torre.
Why don't you let me wrap the show? I'm ending the show.
First of all,
what is the point of interrupting me?
First of all,
we're getting out of here. Like, what is the point? What is the point? It says go to host up.
When you're talking to me.
I said, why don't you let me wrap the show? I'm explaining why I'm upset. I'm focused on the issue at hand. So now the supposed doctor, who's supposedly a talk therapist, who supposedly understands conflict management, is cursing at me and mocking me for having feelings and trying to trigger me further. This is not professional TV demeanor, but it's definitely not a professional therapist with a doctorate. That's clear.
Because you're acting very, very gentle, very soft, and very feminine.
She's trying to trigger me. She's trying to say, you're gay.
Yes. And women say this about men all the time. What's good, Kathy? What's good, Kiko? Gerald, what's good? women love calling men they don't like gay. And yes, Torre, she was calling you gay because you pissed her off. And she understands what type of man you are and the type of things you talk about. And women don't respect all that male feminism BS, that toxic masculinity. They don't respect none of that. Women love a toxic masculine man. Okay, this is why she's going at you. She sees you as one of the girls, Torre. Even though you have a wife, she sees you as one of the girls. And that's how they're going to talk to you, like you're one of the girls, right? Again, make sure y'all like the stream if you haven't.
Because I'm upset that she broke protocol for the millionth time?
Soft and very feminine.
I'm very feminine, she says. I'm not proud that I lost my cool, but even though I was upset, I remained focused on the issue. Your interrupting is making it impossible for me to do my job. And we had a whole meeting about that. She's attacking my manhood.
I'm not your wife, Softy.
I'm not your wife, Softy. Again, with the attempted emasculation. Again, trying to amp up the problem.
Yes, he's married. He's married. Yeah, he's married. A woman married him, but it's probably a very weird marriage. Salute to everybody. Said, Devon, I see you. Eric was good. But yeah, this guy has a wife.
And not taking any accountability. Again, trying to trigger me, trying to insult me, going way out of bounds. I am not trying to insult her. I'm saying, let me do my job. She's pulling off her earrings and smearing on the Vaseline.
Don't fucking talk to me like that. Check.
Frank and Ariva, I apologize.
Check yourself. You don't talk to me like that.
Hold
talk
on,
to your
Doc.
wife like that.
Doc, hold on.
This is not a person with a doctorate in psychology. I don't need to see any transcripts. She still was mad wild even after I stopped talking.
Shut the fuck up talking to me like that.
Oh, boy.
That's what you do. That's what you do.
From the first conversation we had, I did not believe she was a doctor, and I always bristled at being asked to call her that. It never felt right. I could tell she was nobody's intellectual.
So this is what he had to say after the back and forth. She should have been muted. Not him, her, because she was the one out of pocket. She was out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? But Torre, these women don't respect you, bro. All that y'all talk, y'all come at, listen, man, she would never talk this way to Cam Newton. She just wouldn't. She wouldn't talk this way to Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce had her in there tap dancing, asking her questions. She never went at him like that. But she went at you because they can read you. They know your energy. Yeah, he definitely, I think, made her words too, yeah. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You know what? Let's go back to it.
Externally, but internally, what they do carry at the nucleus of who they are is discipline and boundaries.
If gentle parenting creates gentle children, sign me up. I definitely want to create more gentle adults, especially men. Hold on, everybody, especially men.
You are
My
a
God,
you
are you kidding?
very.
Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. That's what we need in the world is more gentle men who understand.
You're very gentle. And it comes at an angle that doesn't always work for people.
Let's just stop and go back.
Is this who you want to get your life coaching from?
Because I'm wrapping the show and you're interrupting me.
First of all,
this is what we spent a whole meeting on this.
First of all, Teray,
why don't you let me wrap the show? I'm ending the show. What is the point of interrupting me? We're getting out of here. Like, what is the point? What is the point? It says go to host wrap-up.
When you're talking to me, lower your fucking voice when you're talking to me.
Yo, I agree. Trey Jones, I agree. She's been frustrated probably all week or the last week or two. And she did take out all her frustrations on him because she knew she could. Like, who else was she going to take her frustrations out on? Him. Right? A man she don't respect. And I hope you dudes understand this. Just because you sit up there and think that you are a ally of the sisterhood, you think these women respect you? No, they don't respect you. They don't respect you. And she's been feeling the heat, and she wanted to unleash it, and she did. All that professional, educated woman, it went out the window when she was addressing Touré.
Because you're acting very, very gentle, very soft, and very feminine. And this is the problem. Touré, you talk to your wife like that. You don't talk to me like that. I am not your wife. You don't talk to me like that. I'm not your wife, gentle. I'm not your wife, softy. Don't talk to me like that. You talk to your wife like that.
Softy.
Touré, you talk to your wife like that. Do not talk to me like that. That is not how you That is not how you professionally approach me. Don't.
Yeah, he did get muted. I don't know why the female producer muted him instead of muting Cheyenne. Do y'all see this? Even the female producer has no respect for him. She's muting him instead of muting Cheyenne, who's disrespecting Touré. He's the one that gets muted, and she's disrespecting him.
Don't fucking talk to me like that. Check.
Frank and Ariva, I apologize.
Check yourself. You don't talk to me like that.
Hold
talk
on,
to your
Doc.
wife like that.
Doc, hold on.
Shut the fuck up talking to me like that. That's what you.
And Cheyenne's not even listening to this female producer. She's not even listening to the producer. But he's the one, he gets embarrassed and muted. He gets embarrassed and muted. This is, in a nutshell, you beta males, you Captain Saver heifers, you allies of the sisterhood. This is how these women are going to treat you. You're always going to be the odd one out. All right? Yeah, y'all thinking y'all going to save them and defend them. They don't care nothing about. They want men who are rough around. They respect men who are rough around the edges, who gonna check them and put them in their place. Touré, you're not equipped to do that. You're not equipped to do that. Yeah, and the executive producer is trying to get her to calm down, and she's still talking over her. Is this Dr. Cheyenne Bryant show? Or is Truth Talks?
You do. That's what you do. You better tap into your gentleness and real quick.
Oh, man.
Sisters are to blame for Cheyenne's rise. They wanted their version of the lady Kevin Samuels, and now they see why the wrong people get the clout.
Yep. Salute to you, Divine Photos. Yes, they wanted her to be their female Kevin Samuels. They've been looking for that. The lesbian, they tried the lesbian female. That didn't work. She ended up turning against them. And they've been trying to find that. But the thing is, Kevin Samuels is one of a kind. The platform that he built and the time he built it, it just won't be duplicated. You have people that will try to emulate it, but especially these females who try to emulate it, it just don't work. It don't work. Because one, Cheyenne Bryant prefers the attention of men, not women. But she uses women, because she knows women are susceptible to a pretty face as well. And she uses them. And she's used them to this point. And this is why she's able to do this. Thirst trap out here, because she knows her audience. This is why men defend her. The Joe Budden podcast is full of dudes defending her. Right? You got men making videos defending her, posting about, defending Cheyenne Bryant. She knows who her audience is. Shout out to Brian Turner.
Keisha has a disdain for simp nice guys.
Yep, they sure do. This is why I never try to be one. I am me. I would never go out here and try to be a nice guy to women who wouldn't respect it anyway. But that's what goes on. You dudes out here trying to be a nice guy to women that don't respect you. Delphore says if he returns to that show, he has zero self-respect. Well, I think he's a glutton for punishment because he's probably going to be back on there if he hasn't already.
Are we ready?
I've been ready. Been ready.
Ariba, Frank, you guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah. You ready, Tori, to wrap this up?
Yes, as I was doing.
And then we'll speak off camera. Here we go.
We always ask, when should a parent be held responsible for their children's behavior, whether it's at school, tantrum in Walmart, whatever? Let's flip the lens. There's a difference between the parent mourning a child lost to violence and the one silently praying because their child pulled the trigger. To continue to see the show.
Okay. Now let's go back to his response. Okay.
Two people are talking at once. The audience can't hear either of them, and it's terrible TV. We've talked about this 100 times, but she won't stop.
Hold on, guys.
For a second time, I'm telling her again, hold on, please stop talking. I'm the host and I'm not relenting. That means you must stop talking. Let me do my job. I've got to be able to do my job as far as shaping the conversation for maximum impact and holding us on time. When you interrupt me, you're making it impossible for me to do my job.
Hold on, guys. That's what we need in the world is more gentle men who understand.
Ray, you're very gentle, and it comes
But even though she has nothing to say, she is dying to interrupt me.
Hold on, guys. That's what we need.
And she's attacking me now. You're very gentle. She intends it to seem emasculating. She's basically saying, you're gay. I can hear her talking a lot while I'm talking. And by now I know we've talked at the same time for a while. This is bad TV. She's like a barrier preventing me from doing my job. And because we had talked about that specific issue all season long, I got upset.
Let's just stop and go back. Because I'm wrapping the show and you're interrupting me.
First of all,
this is what we spent a whole meeting on this.
We spent a whole meeting on this because we had spent a whole meeting with the producer to explain again this one issue. Don't interrupt him when he's wrapping the show. When he's doing any of the traffic cop business of hosting the show, as in moving us from one segment to the next or ending the show. I have to be able to do those things without her breaking in to say nothing.
Oh, Teray, first of all, Teray.
Why don't you let me wrap the show? I'm ending the show.
First of all,
what is the point of interrupting me? We're getting out of here. What is the point? What is the point? It says go to host wrap-up.
When you're talking to me.
I said, why don't you let me wrap the show? I'm explaining why I'm upset. I'm focused on the issue at hand. So now the supposed doctor, who's supposedly a talk therapist, who supposedly understands conflict management, is cursing at me and mocking me.
Yeah. Salute to Devon again.
Think about how his wife treats him. SMH.
Yeah, he's used to getting yelled at, probably. You can tell he's used to getting yelled at. I think he's used to women yelling at him. I think I haven't watched True Talks. Maybe y'all watched it more than me, but she must have been doing this for a while. And they had a meeting. And I guess, she didn't care about the meeting. Now, I will say this, Torre did get a little sassy and start raising his voice because he got fed up with her talking down on him. That's usually, whenever you hear a dude raise his voice like that, he's been getting yelled at a lot or talked to by a certain person a lot. And he's just fed up and he's tired of it. He ain't want to take it no more. You know?
me for having feelings and trying to trigger me further. This is not professional TV demeanor, but it's definitely not a professional therapist with a doctorate. That's clear.
Because you're acting very, very gentle, very soft, and very feminine.
She's trying to trigger me. She's trying to say, you're gay. Because I'm upset that she broke protocol for the millionth time?
Soft and very feminine.
I'm very feminine, she says. I'm not.
Yes.
Straight disdain.
Right, Hurricane Ja. Appreciate it, man. She definitely has disdain towards him because she sees him as a weak man, you know, and she's not going to let no weak man talk to her, you know, raise his voice. I told you, you know, you raise your voice at these women, they're going to talk to you like a female. You know? And that's what happened here. But he's probably used to women yelling at him like that. I could tell. Like, you could tell this dude probably used to women yelling at him and disrespecting him and not showing him an ounce of, respect for him as a man. You know, he's a pawn. He's a guy who, you know, he gets told what to say and what to do, and instead of him being able to assert himself. And he kind of tried to assert himself and he got shut down. He tried to assert himself, he gets shut down. He got the female producer who muted him and allowed Cheyenne Bryant to continue to speak down on him. Salute to everybody that's here. Make sure y'all like the stream if you haven't.
I'm proud that I lost my cool, but even though I was upset, I remained focused on the issue. Your interrupting is making it impossible for me to do my job. And we had a whole meeting about that. She's attacking my manhood.
I'm not your wife, Softy.
I'm not your wife, Softy. Again, with the attempted emasculation. Oh. Again, trying to amp up the problem and not taking any accountability. Again, trying to trigger me, trying to insult me, going way out of bounds. I am not trying to insult her. I'm saying, let me do my job. She's pulling off her earrings and smearing on the Vaseline.
Don't fucking talk to me like that. Check.
Frank and Ariva, I apologize.
Check yourself. You don't talk to me like that.
Hold
talk
on,
to your
Doc.
wife like that.
Doc, hold on.
This is not a person with a doctorate in psychology. I don't need to see any transcripts. She still was mad wild even after I stopped talking.
Shut the fuck up talking to me like that. That's what you do. That's what you do.
From the first conversation we had, I did not believe she was a doctor, and I always bristled at being asked to call her that. It never felt right. I could tell she was nobody's intellectual.
So that was Torre's response to this. Yeah, she dates women. That's the thing. She don't date, you know, she claimed that she had a younger boyfriend she'd been dating off and on for 5 years. That's what she told Paul Pierce, I believe. But we have not seen any evidence of that. We see her with a stud. You know, she had this stud's chain on. Right. You know, Cheyenne should be somebody's wife, but she's out here finessing relationship or, personal relationships in order to benefit herself career-wise. And, yeah, she made him look bad, man. Like, this woman made you look bad. Made him lower that voice. She made Torre lower that voice. She made him lower that voice. Like, you're not going to sit there and talk to her any type of way. She's not going to let you do it, man. Salute to everybody that's here. There's another video I want to get into real quick. I want to see if I can find it. Hold on. Where's that video of this female? Do y'all know who Chicago Hottie is? Let's see. because I wanted to react to. Let's see. Who is she?
If two people are talking,
hold on. Where's that video she posted about her brother not dating white women? Where is it? I think is she like a streamer? Y'all give me a second. I'm trying to make sure I have the right video.
My brother win. He will make it to the NBA one day. He is.
Okay. So apparently, do y'all know who Chicago Hottie is? I guess isn't she like a streamer? So apparently she says she doesn't want her brother dating white women when he makes it to the NBA. She doesn't want her brother, this female here, Chicago Hottie, says that she don't want her brother dating white women when he gets to the NBA. Now let's get into this video here. Let's react to this.
My brother will be in the NBA one day. Mark my motherfucking words. I don't give a fuck how much money.
Filthy mouth, help us.
To see my brother win. He will make it to the NBA one day. He is almost 6'3". In the 6th grade, this little boy is almost 6'3". He weighs what, 100 and down there 70 motherfucking pounds. He is not a small boy. My brother is 12 years old, y'all. This boy could go for fucking 17 years old. Ain't no white woman, and I mean that. I'll go to jail behind this shit. There is not one white woman that is gonna be able to plot on my motherfucking brother for no goddamn money, because that's all you white bitches do. All you white hoes do is try to find a black man that's in the NBA, the NFL, the MLBs, or any of this shit to try to come up on a motherfucking come up. Ain't no white bitch finna play with my motherfucking brother like that. Hell no. My brother's either gonna pick from a black queen or a Mexican queen. Y'all could pick one of the two. Y'all could dibble dabble.
So wait a minute. So Mexican women are worse than white women? Really? Because don't these guys be getting the worst from these Latinas? And why would you want your brother dealing with... Now, I believe this female is a mixed race, because she spoke about being mixed race. I don't know what exactly her makeup is, but you got Mexicans, a lot of those chicks come from racist families. And with families that don't want them dating black men. So why would you not want him to deal with white women, but you want him to deal with black or Mexican?
One of the two, but it ain't gonna be no white hoe. The money ain't going to no white family, because white people been taken from us for too motherfucking long. So this money that you get, it ain't going to no motherfucking white family. So the motherfucking bloodline, shit, we already have black. You ain't finna wash out the little black that we got in us. Oh hell,
So we have a mixed race female here. I'm assuming she's mixed with Mexican. I'm going to assume that. But you're biracial. Are you FBA? Where is your family from?
I will be damned if a white bitch think she gonna plot on my black brother. Yeah, all right. I seen the messages, and I'm telling y'all, once I seen the messages of that white girl text her sister talking about how can she bag her, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. When I see the messages of that white girl say, how can I bag a chocolate athlete like you did?
Okay, I don't know if that text message was real. Have we been able to confirm whether that text message was actually real? Because that sounds like a rumor one of these heifers would make up. Like, seriously. Like, seriously. Like, is that text message even real? White women strategize because white women are looking out for their future. And a lot of you black females, you overlook these guys until they become successful. Let's be real. These white girls are waiting on these athletes as soon as they hit the campus because a lot of these guys are 4- and 5-star recruits. They're getting a lot of NIL money. So they're coming on campus millionaires. And they're right there waiting. They don't care if he's a quarterback, an offensive lineman, defensive lineman. They don't care. You heifers should have that same energy, but you don't. You want to wait until he's in the NFL, but it's too late by then. The dude is already, he's already like he done dealt with Becky's. Like he's going white. And they have no interest in going back.
Oh, a chocolate athlete. And then the bitch said he's still gonna like black women, so you have to poke at her and activate the inner Shanae. And yes, black men do have to wake up. But you want to know why black men ain't going to wake up? Because their mothers is not having conversations like this with them. No. All they mother is doing is, son, make sure you make it to where you need to go because mama need a house. Son, make sure you make it to where you go to because mama need a car. Me and the family, we need help. That's why they parents ain't telling them don't fuck with the white woman. Cause all the fuck they mamas caring about is making sure that they son get to where they need to be so they could get some money. And I know I'm not the mama, and I know I got a mama, and I know that I'm sacrificing my life to make sure that my mother and my brothers are straight. But I'll take that road. I'll take this road any day before I let my brothers have to be a basketball player or anything.
Prime VA says, I actually played D1 football too, and every teammate that had a white girlfriend in college is still married to that white woman. Yeah, man, I've seen that too. These guys, they have this white girl from college, and then years later, you say, hey, what he's up to? He's still with that white woman. Yep. They don't go back to black women. They love black women. They have a black mother, but they don't want to go back to black women. And I told you, I've been very critical of white women. Like, I see white American women the same as I see black American women, because a lot of these white women, especially in America, they're very passive aggressive, and they have certain manipulative ways about them. They embrace feminism. This is why they continuously attack white men in their community. So let's be clear about that. But again, I've seen these black athletes. They go to college, they got a white girl, and by the time they done played in the NFL, once their playing career is over, they still either with that white woman or they with another white woman. You don't really see too many of these guys go from a white girl to a black female like Russell Wilson. He was married to a white woman, and then he ended up with Sierra, marries her. You don't really see that. Now you do have guys, they'll have a black girlfriend in college and then throughout their playing career, and then when they retire, they're with the black female. But for the most part, these guys are team white. They're team white. And the thing is, some of these athletes purposely go to schools where there ain't gonna be a lot of sisters. They go to the Midwest, the Northwest. And like, what I'm saying, they could take those campus visits and they see them Beckys, blondes, brunettes. They want to go where the snow bunnies are. But those snow bunnies know who they are as soon as they get on campus, because they look at the recruiting reports too. They know these guys are coming into college loaded. They see the cars they're driving, right?
to make sure that my family is straight. No, my brother gonna play basketball because that's what he want to do, not because that's what he needs to do to make sure that we okay.
Now, mind you, her brother is 12 years old. You're putting all this pressure on your brother, and he's only 12 years old. Now, there's another video here where she talks about being mixed. I guess she's black and Hispanic. So she's black and Hispanic. So that's why she says she wants her brother to date either a black woman or a Mexican. How come, these women don't tell the girls in their families to deal with black men only? Right? Look at Venus and Serena. Total betrayal of their father. Right? But nobody says anything. Nobody calls that out. A man who raised his daughters, protected his daughters. His daughters are obsessed with white men. And both of them married white men who had less than them.
But like I said, when a motherfucker see me and they look at me, they see a black girl. They don't see a Mexican girl. When you first look at me, you could tell I'm mixed, but you could definitely tell I'm mixed with something black. You get what I'm saying? So for that being said, I want to be a voice for any mixed girl, any black.
Yes, people do put pressure on. Listen, sports is not easy. Not everybody getting to college and not everybody's getting to the pros. So yes, she's putting pressure on her brother to not only play, I don't say pressure as far as sports, but pressure to date a certain type of woman. He should be focusing on playing sports, not what type of women he's dating. That's the type of pressure I'm talking about. But yes, sports is pressure because not everybody gonna make it. Say volume is too low.
Because for a while in my life.
So y'all can't hear it? Okay. Well, I don't know why the volume is as high as it can go.
I used to feel away a little bit because, my family, when I was a kid, my cousins, my younger cousins, they didn't know no better. They would ask me all the time, like, well, why does your hair look like that? Or why does your skin color, why are you brown and we're white? Why are you brown? Da 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 da. Like they would always tell me, like, oh, why are you this color? Why do you look like that? And why don't you look like us? There are a lot of, and you a kid, so as a kid, sometimes you're not gonna go to your parent and tell them, oh, I feel. You don't know how to express that. You don't know how to say, well, I feel different, and people are like they're making fun of me and this and that because you're not understanding that.
So did she grow up around her Mexican side? Because that sounds like she grew up around her Mexican side. Because she's not half white, she's half Mexican. So if they're saying things to you, it's because that's that Mexican side that's saying these things. Right? She grew up around her Mexican side. Right?
You're not understanding the cultural difference. And sometimes Mexicans be anti-black. I'm gonna keep it a $1.50 with y'all. Mexicans be anti-black.
I'm not telling you not to date out. What the F? I'm telling you that every time y'all do stupid streams like this, you literally get kicked out of sports. They kicked you out of baseball. You're a fucking loser and you're incoherent. I've been talking about multiple topics tonight, bozo. I wasn't kicked out of anything. But I can kick you out this chat for being incoherent and a loser. I'll talk about what I want to talk about. I'll talk about you for an hour. How about that? I talk about you for an hour. You had to subscribe to me to be in this stream. Y'all come in here and just say dumb shit and just look crazy. Do y'all know who y'all talking to? I will stop a stream and address people just like this. What part of this didn't you like? You didn't like what I said about the white women part, the black women part. Bro, I don't give a shit. This is a topic that I put out there for the chat to speak on. Y'all come in here, don't know what's going on. I don't know if you're high or drunk or lost, but don't come in here with the incoherent behavior. You speak with some You know, you speak like a man. I guess you're a man instead of trying to speak like a troll. I'm not the one. All right.
So I want to be that voice. You get what I'm saying? I want to be the person that look at.
You can't hear it. Hold on. Let me see if I can find another video. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can find another video. Mixed. Listen, I'm gonna look for another video. Y'all got to give me a second. But that's the only video that I see of her addressing that. This was a live stream, people. That's the only clip I could find. All right. I know the volume is low. There's no other video. There's no other video of that. But she basically was talking about her racial upbringing. That was pretty much it. But that was the only video. Oh, yo, let me play this clip. Oh, let me play this clip. Hold on. Let me see. Let me go ahead and check this out real quick. Yo, let me play this. Okay. That was two different videos, by the way. Let me show what the Clav guy. Now, y'all know this guy right here. He rejected this black female. Walking up to him, trying to hug on him, right? He like, nah, I gotta fuck somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to fuck right now. I have to fuck another girl first. I said I would. I said I'd fuck another girl. I already made a promise. I'm a man of my word. What? I love it. You get what I'm saying? I would otherwise.
Wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. She got rejected. Listen, chat, listen. I know that was listen, I was talking about her video. I know y'all can hear me loud and clear, all right? I know y'all can hear me clear. I was talking about Chicago Hottie's video was low. I know y'all not talking about me. That was two different videos I played. That wasn't the same video. I played two different clips from her live stream. Her name is Chicago Hottie. If y'all want to check her out, but those was two different videos. Those weren't the same videos. Those were two different videos from two different pages, and they had different clips on different pages. That wasn't the same video, right? But this sister got rejected. Got rejected. Black women, how y'all feeling? Divestors, how y'all feeling?
I don't want to fuck right now. I have to fuck another girl first. I said I would. I said I'd fuck another girl. I already made a promise. I'm a man of my word. What? I love it. You get what I'm saying? I would otherwise.
Oh, right in her face. Right in her face. I bet she got some silly post online talking about how she don't date white guys. Well, you were trying to hook up with this guy on stream. On stream. This is the second black woman that has approached Clav, right? One black female was wondering why he doesn't date black girls or why he's not attracted to them. And this is another black female that came up to him saying she want to up. But I thought you sister don't do stuff like this. I thought y'all claim y'all don't do nothing like that. By the way, this dude is like 20 years old. This chick looked like she's about 28, right? Grown woman up here getting rejected like this.
I don't want to fuck right now. I have to fuck another girl first. I said I would. I said I'd fuck another girl. I already made a promise. I'm a man of my word. What? I love it. You get what I'm saying? I would otherwise.
That's that embarrassment right there. Yo, that's that embarrassment right there, man. That's that embarrassment right there. And of course, I'm going to clip this and put this up. This is the life of every divester y'all see on YouTube. Every YouTube divester done been in this spot where they trying to get with a white man, and he's like, "Nah, I gotta go. I'm looking for a white woman tonight. I'm looking for a white girl, or an Asian girl. I'm not really, or a Latina. I'm not looking for a sister tonight, right?" And he just walked off. That what made it worse. He walked off, and she had to put her hand up on her face because of the embarrassment. I bet she thought she was looking real good tonight. Why are you melanated women so comfortable and bold to walk up to this guy and think that he's gonna screw you because you've seen him with some black guys, right? He hangs out with black guys. You're like, oh, he hangs out with black guys, so maybe he likes black girls. No, he don't like that. Getting rejected on camera was hurt, huh? All you divestors, y'all get on here and y'all just talk crazy. Y'all talk crazy, but this black woman is all put together. You know what I'm saying? She probably got some compliments. She built up the courage to go up, and she went up to this dude saying that she wanted to screw. And he like, nah, I promised I was going to screw somebody else. Oh, this is embarrassing. Yo, this is embarrassing. Let's see. Jamari. What did she say? Is there a clip to what she said? You gotta let me know what I can find where she said that. Let's watch this again.
I don't want to fuck right now. I have to fuck another girl first. I said I would. I said I'd fuck another girl. I already made a promise. I'm a man of my word. What? I love it. You get what I'm saying? I would otherwise.
Oh, look at that. That's a look of shame. That's the look of shame. Oh my God. Yo, this is the look of shame. Yo, when every one of these divestors get on social media and talk crazy about us, talking about how much white men want them, all you got to do is look back at that clip. Oh, man. All you got to do, man. Salute to everybody that's here. All right, Jay Johnson. Listen, this is probably like the last. This is how I wanted to end it on this clip right here, man. This is what pure rejection and embarrassment looks like. You know what I'm saying? And you know what's funny? There are probably dudes who hit her up, approach her for her number, black dudes, and she's rejected them because she wanted to go and she thought that she was gonna get with Clav. Clav likes white girls, maybe some Latinas. He ain't really about dating black females. The neighborhood talk clip. Okay. I'll look it up. But he's not about dating black girls. This chair. Let's share on. Yeah, but he's about white girls and Latinas. He's not really trying to get with you like that, and you have to walk away in shame. Jay, I think she's a foreigner. She might be Caribbean. I think she might be Caribbean. They're in Miami, so I could definitely see her being a Caribbean. Y'all know Caribbean women. They like them a Brad. You know what I'm saying? So salute to everybody that's here, man. Moderators, channel members. Hold on, let me see if there's anything else I can talk about. Before I close this out. I don't see anything sent to me on Instagram. Salute to everybody that's here. Also, make sure y'all subscribe to my other platforms, Rumble, Kick, Twitch. It's at JayeDeBlack. See the neighborhood talk. Let's see if we could find. I know. Young Miami said one time that Diddy basically ruined her life. Oh yeah, she talks about toxic relationships.
Just a man.
Cam, I see what you're doing there, Cam. I see what you're doing there, Cam. Yeah. I'll probably make a video out of that, but I think I've gone a little long. But thank y'all for being here. Shout out to y'all for being on this stream tonight. Salute to the moderators, the channel members, everybody that donated, that bought gifts. Salute to y'all. And who supported the stream tonight. And I want y'all to continue to show support and make sure that y'all are following the other platforms so that y'all can get notified when I post new videos, and also whenever I go live. That is very important for y'all to do that, because YouTube does not, under any circumstances, they don't like to send notifications on this channel, which is one of the reasons why I used to post videos on it regularly, but I don't. All right, people, that's it for me. I'll see y'all next one. Y'all take care and have a great rest of your night, all right?